This is my beautiful son, Kade, right here. Say hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm very good.
There's our dog, Friday, over here. What's up? You have a good day at school?
I had a fantastic day.
What'd you do?
Oh, I did something called EQAO.
What is that?
It's a pain in the butt, just a really long test.
That sounds like, sounds sus. But anyway.
Yeah, pretty sus, but I get frozen yogurt after.
You want to go to the park and get candy?
Yes, I do.
Give me a thumbs up. All right, let's go.
Insecurity.
I think all insecurities, males especially, all stem from some sort of female interaction. And my interaction with the mother of my child wasn't the best.
Okay, so
it was actually terrible. And it made me second guess myself all across the board. So.
Okay, and so what happened with that situation between you and her?
Well, we were together, and things kind of fell apart at first when we were about 15 years old. And then I don't hear from her for a couple of months. And then all of a sudden she pops up and she's like, yo, I need to talk to you. And I was like, you know, like, what could this possibly be about? I thought we were done with each other. So she's like, please, and don't be around your boys when I call you to tell you what's up. So I was like, oh my God, do I have AIDS or something? You know, something super foul. I was just like, my mind was racing pretty much. So I get home and she goes, I'm pregnant with your child, and you don't have to be involved if you don't want to, but there it is. And that was crazy, bro. And then
how old were you exactly when she told you?
I was 15 when I found out I was going to be a dad. So
wow. So what happened after she
after that? First of all, I was in summer school at the time, and I dropped out immediately because I couldn't deal with the stress. And pretty much she told me when she was already 6 months pregnant. So if you do the math, there's only about 3 months for me to get ready for what's about to happen. So 3 months goes by like that, obviously. And then I didn't even get to meet her family until the day he was actually born. So you can imagine how awkward that could be. When I found out, I went straight to my dad and I told him, bro. I like broke down because I was so scared. And he's like, we'll handle it, you know, don't worry. Like, my family is pretty tight-knit in terms of, like, we got each other's backs no matter what. And he held it down for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was born. Things were seemingly okay, but now she had this new man on the side, right? Mm-hmm. Not a particularly pleasant person either. You know, kind of crazy, kind of always had me on my toes, right? Mm-hmm. So that right there, she jumps from having my kid to being with this next man altogether. He's all around my kid. You know, yeah. He would call me up, tell me how much of a father he is instead of me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, super icy.
Oh
like,
my
you know
God.
what I mean? Like, so that obviously, as a 16-year-old, you could probably imagine the effect that would have on your insecurities and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
And then I get a call one day from, I think it was her cousin. Her cousin was dating one of my homies. So he would always give me the inside info on what was going on over on that side. And they tell me that she's hooked on crack. She has been for quite some time, and I had no idea. Just for the record, I've never fucking smoked crack or none of that shit. So that was a real shocker to me. And one day, she kind of leaves him with me, and on the phone, she's acting really shifty and whatnot. And I knew things were going south as far as her mental state at the time. And then one day I'm just chilling at home and I get a call from Child Services asking me if I'm the father of my young boy. They gave me his name. And I was like, yeah, what the hell was this all about? And they're like, there was a raid on the house he was staying at, and they recovered several firearms and a bunch of crazy shit. And my son was all up in the mix. And then at our next court date, that was brought up, and he came to live with me right then and there. No ifs, ands, or buts, right?
Mm-hmm. Then after that, after he came to live with you, how was your relationship with you and his mom?
It was done. It was incommunicado, bro. Like, for real, I didn't speak to her for 8 years.
And what's the darkest time you've had throughout the whole situation?
Darkest time? having to come to terms with like certain habits and problems that you know put your family at risk. You know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect, bro. Like, I'll be straight up about that. Her boyfriend, who threatened to kill me on numerous occasions, just a real low down and dirty type of dude, bro. I found out that he ended up killing a guy. 8 years.
And then once the guy actually committed murder, after he threatened you a million times about murdering people, after he actually committed murder.
That's exactly what I said, though. I was like,
that is insane.
I was like, say
so when he's threatened to murder you multiple times, then he actually
he
did it, and then that's why she came back.
He came looking for me at my high school once, actually. That was my first interaction with him.
Oh my god! So wait, what happened? What happened?
Okay, so I was at school.
Did he kill someone?
I was just getting back into class from lunch, and I was in parenting class, obviously, and then my teacher's like, 2 gentlemen were here looking for you. Like, are you in any kind of trouble? Like, blah 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 blah. And I was like, what could that be? You know, like, I don't understand, like, cause I don't get down like that at all. I don't know why anyone would be looking for me. Anyway, so I'm walking out like down the way near my high school, and I just see these 2 suspect looking dudes, and I'm like, oh man, these guys are definitely the suspects. And then one guy goes, yo, are you Jake? And like, because I have very distinct blue eyes apparently, and that was the description he was given.
Wow.
And then from there on he's like, yo, you need to take better care of your girl, blah 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 blah, who's currently with him and pregnant with my kid.
Oh my god,
so sus.
That is crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, and yeah. So anyway, that dude, he's reckless, bro. He's been reckless. And then, so I heard later on in life, he ended up killing somebody. And I don't regret it one bit. But back then, I was feeling scared. You feel like you're missing out on being a young person, you know? Because you're busy changing diapers and this, that, and the other. Running back and forth from this place to that place. But you gotta realize that there's always gonna be parties and dumb shit to do. Like,
how did it affect your dating life at that point?
That's also a mixed review, right? Some girls are just like, nope, especially at that age. Some girls are like, oh, but they don't really understand what it's all about.
So, and how did it affect him when he was younger? Like, did he ask you questions or anything about it?
Not until he was like able to vocalize and like articulate. But you know, I was hoping when he was younger that he would just forget about it, you know? But that's like naive of me to even think. It's definitely not even possible, because Mother's Day at school, he's like, what the hell is a mother? You know, like, what do I do? Like,
shit.
Who's that? Like, why do you guys have these people and I don't, you know? And it bothers you, you know? Like,
it's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to fight. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is poison.
Poison. Well, man, I love that song.
Good job.
Yeah, right?
Well, I wanted to compensate for the situation the best that I could. You know, like, bring him into all the fun stuff, like, just make sure that we would really have those bonding experiences, right? And I was young. I didn't have a career or anything like that. He was my full-time job, straight up. And when he was asleep, I can do my own thing, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, he was definitely.
So and
I couldn't be here without him. Put it that way. Like, he set me up to prosper. I always wonder what he sees when he looks at me. What does he see? Is he proud of what he sees? Is he embarrassed? You know what I mean? Like, it could be anything. And I try to be in tune with that. And I just wish it could have gone differently, you know? You look back at things that have happened in your life and there's nothing you could do about it, right? If I could change anything, I wouldn't let him go through all the bullshit that he had to go through. Like, you could imagine, I look at some people out in the world and I wonder what happened to them. And I can guarantee you it's their parents or something close to that, you know? Like,
that's deep.
Yeah, it's true, bro. There's no right way to do this parenting shit. Straight up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a deep ass story, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, bro.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes, I appreciate
That's Jake
you.
right here, guys.
Peace.
Right out here in Crux
Feel really good about it.
You like it here?
Yeah, I do.
This is such a nice dog park, eh? What else do you like about it?
I like that it's just so peaceful at times.
Yeah?
Yeah.